Awesome. Right, I've just sent it to a few people.
Oh, lush. Okay, let me just take you out of my Oh, it's a kerfuffle. Let me put you here.
This dress is so tight for me. It's ridiculous.
But you know my saying, if it ain't tight, it ain't right.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't see your dress though. Can you give me a little?
Okay, I've got to be careful. I've got to be careful with the corset, but this is the. Hold on.
Amazing.
This is the dress.
Oh my god, how delightful. Oh my god. Tell me you're a size 8 and I'm coming over.
I used to be a size 14, and over lockdown I think I've gone to like a size 18, so I've kind of had to like corset as much as I can just to squeeze into it. So yeah, and it was really expensive, so not ready to let go of it yet.
Yeah. You look stunning, so thank you so much for joining us, not just today, but just being a part of this whole kind of event. You know, you didn't get much choice though, did you?
Oh no, but I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be doing it. I'm so excited.
Oh, lovely. Well, I've been a big, huge sort of like fan of yours for a while in the background. So this was the perfect opportunity, really. So we'll get started. I can see babes of all sizes. I love the comments. Keep them coming. Show us some love. Show Dylan some love.
Thanks.
Well, you deserve it.
So yes, some love.
True. Follow us, like us afterwards. I do feel like a bit of a newsreader because I've got a notepad and I've got my specs on. Right there.
All right, okay. Hit me with it.
I took an extra button off because I knew you were going to be here, so I took an extra button.
You knew I was going to be showing a little bit of cleavage, so it was always good.
Well, it's express yourself, isn't it?
Yes, most definitely.
This is the whole point of this interview, kind of informal chat, is that it is Children's Mental Health Week, and the focus this year is all about expressing yourself, and which is what prompted me really to reach out to you, because I have been watching your stuff and I've seen you be so expressive, but also really honest and kind of vulnerable with that as well. Mm-hmm. And so I don't mind, I hope you don't mind, can I just ask you like some...
No, of course not. Shoot away. Go ahead. Okay,
fabulous. So with it being mental health, so Children's Mental Health Week, and we're a mental health charity, what kind of prompted you to agree to be the ambassador for this week with YES?
Okay, so this week specifically, as we all know, is Young Children Mental Health Awareness Week. And as someone who is currently under the age of 18 and is technically labelled as a young person, I think that mental health is such an important topic, and it's such a topic that isn't actually discussed as much as it should be. And the reason why I wanted to come with YES is because YES brings that opportunity, and YES is able to bring attention to such important topics and bring light and make a conversation and make everything just go amazingly. And I've had absolutely nothing but amazing experiences with you so far, as well as YES as the company. Like, being involved to be the ambassador for this week has just been incredible. Like, you're all so easy to talk to, you're so easy to communicate with, and yeah, I think that you guys are doing a really important thing. So I wanted to be able to try and add to that as much as I could.
Yeah, I mean, I see you sort of championing the work that we do and being another voice really for us, and reaching maybe another kind of group of young people that perhaps we wouldn't necessarily do on our own. Yeah. And that's why working with young people to help us be the voice is really important, because we can't be everywhere, we can't reach everyone. So hugely grateful for that. So obviously, anyone joining us now, feel free, send some love, especially for Dylan's.
Yeah, send some questions. Literally send anything you'd like. Anything
you like. I do have a couple of questions, which I believe many will want the answer to.
Yes.
So you call yourself a drag queen, makeup artist, among other things. Can you explain to people, what is a drag queen?
Okay, so a drag queen is typically a man that was assigned male at birth, and what they do is they basically put the middle finger up to gender in a way,
Yeah.
and because gender's a social construct ultimately, and it basically just puts its finger to that and flips the roles and basically lets you play with it. It's for performances, it's for comedy, it's for acting, and people don't realize how mainstream it actually is. Like, you look at, say, for example, especially in British drama, like Mrs. Brown's Boys,
Yeah.
that's labelled as drag. And
Yeah.
we've all been watching stuff like that since we were really young. And I've been fortunate enough to grow up in the era of Drag Race with RuPaul,
Yeah.
and that's what introduced me to drag. And
Mm-hmm.
ever since, I've absolutely loved it. And a common misconception as well with drag, which is really good for people to know as well, is that a lot of people can typically associate me dressing up doing what I'm doing now as the way I present myself, like every single day,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't the case. Like, I am, my pronouns are he, they. I'm was assigned a man at birth, and I'm still comfortable with the body I've got now. I just love to do drag. I just love to
Yeah.
dress up, and it's all a part of the transformation, and it's a part of the artistry that goes behind it, because people don't realize how much work goes into it. And I take my hats off to everybody who does it full time, like 6 days a week. And because
Yeah.
stuff like this takes like 3.5 hours to do everything like that, to fit the corset, to get the pads on, to do the boobs, to do the
Yeah.
makeup and the hair.
Yeah.
Styling this hair alone takes like 3 hours. And like, there needs to be a lot more recognition for a lot of entertainers. And I think that by doing this, it gives a little tiny glimpse of what a what a massive world is.
Yeah. And you mentioned art, because that was one of my questions, and I think you kind of touched on that. You do see it as art and being expressive and being
Yes.
creative, and you would agree with that, because it is an art form, isn't it?
Oh yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't something that you can just like slap on your face and be done the first time you've done it. You need to practice, you need to evaluate, you need to assess what you've done beforehand, and you need to find out what works for you. And after about, so I've been doing makeup how long for? So I was 13 when I started doing makeup. I'm 17 now. I'm 18. Bloody hell, I'm 18 in a month.
Oh, wow.
Um, bit scary. But I've been doing drag since I was 15. So I've been practicing my specific drag face, like what's unique to me, what I like to do for my specific face shape,
Yeah.
what I feel makes me look the most feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I like the kind of structured, detailed brows I do,
Yeah, I saw those as
because
soon as you came.
yeah, they're Latina inspired.
Right.
So if you see queens such as Valentina, she does the same thing, and I think it just gives a lot more of a female feel, and it just I don't know, I just think it looks really nice.
You mentioned confidence as well, and one of the things about self-esteem and building your self-esteem, it is associated with confidence, where you have to practice something that you become good at. So would
Mm-hmm.
you say your confidence has grown the more you've done your makeup, the more you kind of like start to understand who you are and what looks good for you? Would you say that the practice has sort of built your confidence and also helped with your self-esteem, or is that still a journey you're on?
Oh, 100%. It has definitely helped. Growing up, I was always that fat little annoying kid. Not that there's anything wrong with being overweight at all,
Like,
but like, I was always the very insecure person who was always bullied for being gay, and who was always bullied for being annoying and overweight. And I took a lot of that in my insecurities, and I still do now. I've been through a lot of stuff before in the past that hasn't helped either. So it kind of just played on a replay in my brain that I wasn't good enough. And then I found makeup and found drag, and it just went off from there. And of course, like as any other human being, I'm still going to have my like moments. I'm still going to have my days where I feel horrible. But
yeah.
at the same time, when I'm up in full geesh and like when I'm up in like full makeup and everything like this, I feel amazing, and
Yeah.
I feel beautiful, and I feel like nobody else can tell me anything. And it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
What would you say if somebody said to you that it is just kind of like a mask, that you're not being your true self? I'm just putting it out there. What if someone was to say to you, Dylan, You just put a mask on. I mean, in some ways, we all do. I need my lipstick. That's my go-to. What would you say to that? Is it a mask? Is this really you? Is this another part of you? Is there lots of layers to you?
I think, yeah, I think a perfect way to describe it is there are a lot of layers to me, and I think that there's so my drag persona is still the same name I was born with. I used to go by the name Corny Karaya, and then I realized I just like Dylan. Like I like
Yeah,
Dylan as
yeah,
the drag name as well. But at the same time, although this can be like the beautiful, confident persona that a lot of people might possibly feel inspired by, I want to also stress as well that that's not what it is all the time, and it's okay to not be like that all the time. So, in a sense, I suppose you could say, yeah, people are right by saying I put on a mask, but it's not a mask because I'm ashamed of who I am. It's a mask that I put on because I enjoy wearing that mask, and I enjoy wearing it and showing it to other people and showing what I can do with this personality. Because as a biological, as like someone who was biological born a man, it's hard sometimes to express everything the way that I want to, but through drag, I'm able to.
yeah.
So
And
it's just a
talking
no
about
brainer.
showing yourself, can you remember the first time that you, I don't know, tried something on and thought, I like this?
Oh
Or,
yes.
yeah, you remember it?
Yes. Okay. Right. So
Okay,
I've got two quick examples. So
okay.
one was the first time I ever tried on like heels. I must have been
Yeah.
about like what 3 years old. I was really young, and
I think Mum's online. She might be able to vouch for that.
but yeah, I stole my mum's heels and walked around the house with them acting like a diva, and my parents thought it was hilarious. And I remember they loved it so much that for my third birthday, my grandma actually bought me Dorothy slippers,
Yeah.
and it was brilliant. And
Can I
then the
just show you
first
my
time,
slippers? This is the reality of working from home. Top half ready, and then my
oh, love it.
leopard
Yeah, I
slippers.
haven't got
Yeah.
any padding on or anything like that, or heels, so you're fine.
I thought he was going to say pants. Stay where
Oh
you
God,
are.
no, no, I've got pants on.
That's another show.
No, I've just got joggers underneath this with the
Yeah,
dress on.
yeah.
But
So
no, and
heels at the age of 3.
oh yeah, like it was magical. It was one of those few moments I remember from when I was really, really young, and I can just remember the way that I felt and how happy I was,
Yeah.
and it was just great. And I remember the first time that I put on makeup as well. I just finished watching Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Mm-hmm.
and I was about 12 years old, and my mum's friend from Scotland was around actually, and they were downstairs, I was upstairs, and I went into my mum's makeup room and I got my mum's L'Oreal black eyeshadow quad and started getting the horrible sponge tip applicators
Yeah.
and started smearing it all over my face from my brow to there like I was Rocky Horror. Put on red lipstick, went
Yeah.
downstairs, and my mum shit herself.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, oh my God. She didn't know what to say. She'd never seen me in makeup before. But ever since then, she was like, you know what? It's actually not that bad. She was like, do you like doing it? I was like, yeah, I really do. She was like, okay, well, if you want to do that, then you do that.
And
And ever since,
so how important is it? And I know that your mum is really supportive.
oh, my
But
mum's
how
incredible.
important do you think it is, to have that support network, whether it's from immediate family?
Oh my God. It's so important.
Yeah.
It's so incredibly important. And in all honesty, I don't know where I'd be today if it wasn't for the support network that I have. Like, I have my mum, I have my best friends, like Mac and Harley and Lara, and like I have so many amazing people in my life that I count myself lucky for, like Oriana, like loads of people. And it's there's so many people that I'm grateful and lucky to call my friends and family, because as well as I support them as well, it's good to know that I have support for me as well.
Did,
And
did you lose any friendships though?
yeah, I've lost a few. I've lost a few over the last few years, and I won't sit here and say I've been a complete angel, because a lot of it was to do with me as well. I didn't particularly used to be a very nice person. However, I've took those experiences and I've tried my best to mold and grow from them to be the person that I am today. And I think that's one thing that I can say that I've learned from those experiences, that I've turned something negative into a positive outcome. So that's the thing that I think that I'm happy about the most. But I think for people to have a support network, especially when doing something as extravagant as this and as controversial as well as this, it's important to have people that will stick by your side.
It still controversial? Because, like you say, drag Paul, you know, RuPaul. One of my favourite tracks is Snapshot. You know, it's on the TV. Is it still like a taboo subject? Is there still a lot of discrimination? Is there, you know, what's your experience?
Well, for a lot of, in terms of equality for it, for a lot in the world, it is very controversial. Like, say, for example, for people like me or you or like my friends, this kind of thing might seem quite normal, or it might be something that you see every other day on TV. But there are a lot of people who have very, very different views, and there are a lot more people than you think there would be. And with that comes with a lot of self-hatred at some points, and it also comes with a lot of questions. Like you say to yourself, like, oh, why do I like this? If like this is, if someone's telling me this isn't right, then is it right? Like, why should I be doing this? And then you realize that not everybody's opinions you have to actually listen to, and you can build your own career, you can build your own persona, you can build your own character on who you want to be and what you want to do. You don't have to worry about anybody else. And I still experience discrimination if I'm going out, like obviously with COVID and everything, it's harder. But if I go down the street with a full face of makeup on, I get stared and looked at like I'm the biggest boob in the place. And
they're just jealous.
but I don't mind. Like I don't care.
Yeah, any attention's good, isn't it? In some ways, I'm like, bring it. Yeah.
It's not even just that. It's just like, I mean, I don't let people who haven't bothered to educate themselves affect me, because essentially, like, it's not up for discussion. Like people deserve to live without any fear of like being harassed all their lives, regardless whether it's because of sexuality, skin color, like sex, whether you're transgender, disabled, whatever. No, like, it's not up for discussion that people don't get to live their lives happily and the way they want to. So that's what everybody should be doing.
But you do say as well, you know, do you, be you.
Yeah, 100%.
But for a lot of young people, and I think this is one of the questions I definitely want you to respond to, is for younger people, perhaps, you know, younger than you, what would your message be to them if they're not necessarily just exploring drag, whatever it would be? What would you say to them if they want to try something or trying to be themselves? Or, you know, what would your key message be to them about them expressing themselves and being
I'd say, honestly, please just go for it. Like, I understand that in certain circumstances it might be hard to, it might be difficult. You might have parents who might not be as accepting as other people's. You might have people in your family with different religious views, or just different views in general, different political views. And something that I've always looked back on and told myself is that if I could go back to my younger self, I would genuinely just say to them, number one, it gets so much better.
Yeah.
And number two, like, I'm so proud of my younger self. I never gave up, because there's so many times that I could have, and I'm so grateful that I never did, because I know what I want to do, and this is the career that I want to do. And if people are set on what they want to do and they know everything that they want to do, go for it. Don't let anyone stop you.
Well, what career do you want to do? I know you're into makeup and everything. Is that
so? I've got a lot of aspirations, but my main goal is to be a renowned makeup artist for people, for celebrities, for TV, for anything. I want people to know who I am and be a respected name in the community. I want to hopefully one day audition for Drag Race and be able to make it on there. That would be honestly a dream.
What a dream! True. Yeah,
I'd absolutely love it. And then hopefully when I'm older, I do want to release my own cosmetics company. And I have the naming, I have the branding, I have the designing, I have absolutely everything planned out for the way I want that to go. And I've got a lot of plans, I suppose, for what I want to do.
Not many do at this age, you know.
Not a lot of people do.
Yeah, totally okay. If you're not sure what you want to do.
No, if you're not sure, that's completely fine.
Yes, but I think don't feel like too many aspirations, too many goals are too many. I think it's about celebrating the sort of successes as you go along, because then, like you did, you then look back and go, I did that, I did
Yeah.
this, and I did that. And sometimes you don't, you know, you can't achieve all of them, you know, but I think keep the hope, keep the dream, keep it alive. Whatever gets your, you know, your belly on fire,
Yes.
that's what you should be like kind of listening to. I think for me, having somebody like you be the ambassador of Children's Mental Health Week, not just the fact that you're gorgeous and you have the most amazing talent and all of the extra stuff, which you didn't pay me to say.
Thank you.
I truly, honestly believe it, and I feel it and I see it. I do think that as a young person, you've got such a powerful voice, and I know this is a small platform. I really want you to keep having these conversations and keep spreading and sharing the love and the joy that you have been.
Thank you.
So really, what I would say, because we're sort of bringing it to a close, is if we've got people online and they've got any questions that they want to ask Dylan or myself, having, you know, sort of working with YIS, young people's mental health, we provide counselling, education and coaching for young people. Any questions, please do ask. Maybe send
Honestly,
some
yeah, shoot away if you have any questions.
Ask what Dylan's favourite makeup absolute must-have item is. I mean, I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know, if you could only have one makeup item, what would you choose? Only one.
Ooh. I actually really don't know. I think it would have to be either a toss-up between my Carnival XL 3 palette,
Yeah,
which is like a massive rainbow and neutral colour palette for
that kind of
eyeshadow.
answers Grace's question maybe as well, because Grace is asking, what's your favourite
Ooh.
eyeshadow palette? She's running low.
Did it come up on the
Yeah, I've just read it.
questions?
Yeah. What's your favourite eyeshadow palette?
Oh yeah, my favourite eyeshadow palette, like the one sorry, hold on. My favourite eyeshadow palette, like the one I said, is this one. Hold on, I'll just grab it for you.
Yeah, and you're right, Sandeep. That is a tough question, but for me, I haven't really got makeup on today, but lipstick. I'd have to have a lipstick.
Yeah, you've always got to have. If I'm not wearing lipstick, I'm always wearing lip gloss.
Yeah, but don't you find your hair just gets stuck on it?
Yeah.
Do you like the Gaga makeup? I can't.
The what? Sorry.
Lady Gaga's makeup brand.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
it's really good. This is my favourite palette, which is the Carnival XL Pro palette, and it looks it's really battered. But this is what it looks like.
Your favourite colour seems to be the kind of orangey, burnt orange colour I can see in the blues.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely blue tones as well. I love doing blue tones
What
in my
make?
eyes. I think
it looks amazing. What make?
It's by Be Perfect Cosmetics. It was a collaboration they did with a really like good makeup artist.
Your mum said it cost her a fortune. So someone's I missed that question then. Can we go back down? Thanks, said Gray.
I can't even see the question.
Don't worry, it's probably because I'm live. So couldn't live without my eyebrow products. You'll never see me with no eyebrows. That's Taya
Taya Costu.
Yeah.
Oh, hi Taya. Oh yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? People want their brows. Mine's lips. Would you say? Did you like the eyeshadow? You said, didn't you?
Yeah, mine used to be brows because I actually used to have brows that were like this thin. Mm-hmm. They were so tiny, and I had to fill them in, and I filled them in like probably about that thin. I filled them out like that thick. But at the time, I wouldn't go anywhere without eyebrows.
So pre-COVID, could people come to you and book in for makeup? You know,
if they wanted to, yes, 100%.
Charging for that, you know?
Yes.
Yeah,
100%. I was doing freelancing beforehand, like every here and then.
So you're at college at the moment, aren't you? You do makeup art?
Yes, Bedford.
Yeah. In Bedford?
Yes. Oh, I was at MK College for level 2.
Yeah.
And then I transitioned to Bedford College for level makeup 3.
Right. So I know Mum's online. I'm just curious to know, does she borrow your makeup?
Oh yeah, a lot. Whenever she needs to like go out, like, or she's got like a work party or anything like that, or even just going out, she'll always like come in and take my setting spray or take my palettes or take my foundation or sponge. But it's all right, it's okay, because I was the one who was borrowing her makeup in the beginning.
Exactly. You're just returning love, aren't you?
Mm.
So any more questions or any more love, just show it through now, which is amazing. And it's just really to say thank you for, one, being our ambassador this week.
Of course, I've absolutely loved it.
Being the voice. I mean, I've got to tell you this, right? You know, your video that you did, a lot of us have been crying, like joyful cries as we
Which
watched
one?
it.
Was the what?
You know, your little flipogram that you did.
Oh yeah.
I just keep getting goosebumps and I just get
Oh, bless
overwhelmed with
you.
emotion. I'm showing it tonight at our trustees meeting. So our board of trustees for our charity, don't know what's going to hit them. That is my opening video. So every month I do a showcase video and it is going to be your face on the big screen. So
oh, amazing. Thank you so much. I hope they really appreciate it.
Our CEO Gareth is a huge fan as well, absolutely huge fan. So you've done so much without realising, to be honest, opening up new conversations, new insight into just, you know, just different things. So thank you. Let me just make sure we've got no other questions for Dylan. Oh, Dylan, you are an inspiration. Yes is a service that's for, no, we support young people through counselling up to the age of 21, but our education and our coaching is up to 25. But we also support parents, carers, professionals. So really there's no limits. It's just the counselling. You have to be between 11 and 21 to access that service, and just go onto our website, which is www.mkyis.org.uk, and you can refer yourself as a young person for counselling if that's what you're looking for. And you can also just kind of message us on Facebook if you want to explore the one-to-one coaching side. I hope that answers your question.
And all I can say as someone as well who's had experiences with YIS, as well as someone who's went to them for mental health help as well, incredible, absolutely amazing, incredible service.
So that's the service, you've used it yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, you like, and especially you as well, who I've talked to the most out of everybody. You are so comforting, and like I said before, so easy to talk to, and you're very, very understanding. Whereas I've been to a lot of other places that I've, say, for example, been referred to by a doctor, and they've been horrible, like absolutely dreadful, and they've not known the right things to say, and they've just been really inconsiderate. But I've had nothing but an amazing experience with this charity and this company as well. It's been fantastic, and it's been going up and up and up ever since I started.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's really good to know. I mean, YIS has been around for years, like literally like 1974. And we've been supporting young people in Milton Keynes all of that time. We're a small local charity, but with the biggest heart. That's what I like to say. And amazing champions who have been online today. I can't remember everybody's name, but we've got Grace, Connie, we've got Elle, we've got Kyle, we've got Annalise, we've got Charlotte, we've got lots of young champions, some whom are working for us now as well, because we want young people. That's kind of what our charity is all about. Young people. You're the one that counts. You're the one that's kind of got the right message. So thank you, Dylan.
Of course. Thank you so much. I've had such a great time.
Yeah, I want to make sure. Can you do screenshots?
Can you? Yeah, I think so.
Let me know if you can.
Okay. Yeah, I can.
Let me take my goggles off, and then we'll do a little.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell me when.
All right. Okay. Now. There we go.
We should have shuffled ourselves. Shuffled us in. I think we can save the video. I'm not too sure, but listen.
Yes, we can.
So
after you've finished the live, you can save it. Yeah.
Can I? Let me think. Do I say goodbye to you, or do I just push?
Say goodbye to everybody first, and then go and click off it, and then it will say that you can save the video.
This is why we need you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. I've had a great time. I'll see you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Yes. Bye.
Bye. This is the awkward bit. It's like awkward. Thanks, everybody. Let me just close that down.